We're back on the topic of validating products, and trust me, this video is going to help you so much because I have taken a product and I have literally analyzed it in detail from A to Z. Literally not just that BS screenshots that you all see saying this is a great product to get into because it has great revenue and low reviews. Go ahead, and that's how people fail. That's literally how people fail, is when others tell them that their screenshot is approved. No, that's not how we do it here, okay? So subscribe and hit the notification bell if you agree with that, because that's a pathway to failure, okay? You have to analyze all components of a product, and I posted on my Instagram story that I'm doing this, and I did it for many products, and I'm going to break one of them down on video today just so you can see the detail. I really thought that this would help you out a lot. I took a product, again, everything about it, the keywords, the PPC, just you'll see right now. So let's go. Okay, so I made a Word document for it. I've been doing this for the past week, and I've done a lot of products. I think I did like 15 so far. So you might be seeing some more of these types of videos, but let me know in the comments if you like this, because I think it's helpful. I think really it's helpful. And the point is just not even to tell you don't do this product. The point is more so, this is kind of the mentality of doing product research. And if you follow this mentality, and if you look at enough products in this type of manner, you will be able to look at one and really consider all of the factors and know if it's something that you should be going into or not. So I have gone with yoga trapeze. So this is how it works. I put the main keyword, and what I mean by main keyword is I teach main keyword all the time. If you're a student in my program, then you already know all about the main keyword and how it's important to analyze the market for it. Otherwise, there's a lot of mistakes that can come from it. So this is the main keyword according to Helium 10, yoga trapeze, and it has a search volume of 6,400. Now you might be thinking, wow, Karina, that's very low. That's going to not have any sales. Wait, we'll get into that, and I'll show you why actually keywords with this type of search volume are amazing. I talk so many times, and this is what I teach my students, is to do this business model low risk. I don't agree with people that say if you don't order 1,000 MOQ, then you're not a real business owner and you're not doing this business model correctly. That makes no sense to me, okay? You can start with a small MOQ, especially if your supplier has a short lead time, and still be fine, okay? And running out of stock is less of a problem. Running out of stock for a few weeks is less of a problem than being stuck with $1,000 worth of inventory and minus $5,000 in your bank account. That discourages you to not want to do this business model ever again. So that's just why low risk is the way to go with Amazon FBA, and that doesn't mean ordering 1,000. Okay, let's just get that clear. So let's go down. I just put a little picture on here just so you know how it looks like. Basically, it's this thing, it's hanging. I guess you can apply it different ways. I've never done that. Anyways, we'll get into this. So this is Google Trends for it. Yes, I analyze everything. So just to check seasonality, just to check overall demand. Of course, I check using BSR inside Amazon as well, but this is just kind of a general thing on, is this product really in demand or not, right? And I do it over the past 5 years in the country that I'm looking to sell this product, which is obviously United States, and then 5 years. So you can see it started increasing in popularity here, and it's been pretty stable with some peaks probably around Q4, December time, which means that people are probably gifting this, which makes sense. Most products do have a tiny little peak. Some are more giftable than others, such as this, it seems like. But then it's like not too bad, right? It looks like if it's kind of like, especially in this area, you can still get some sales. But again, cross-reference that with Amazon. And that's why I have this for you. And this is a screenshot from Helium 10. If you haven't used Helium 10 and you want to, I do have coupon codes. Karina 10 gives you 10% off every single month. Karina 50 gives you 50% off your first month. So here is the analysis, right? So what are we looking at? There's a lot to consider. The first positive thing I want to say about this is pay attention to the revenue. And by the way, I wrote it all out here, okay? So we're gonna go out here, but I'm just gonna verbalize it to you so you don't start reading. Pay attention to how well this is selling, right? For having a 6,400 search volume, this is exactly what I mean, right? It's selling really well. It's a really stable market. Look at everybody. $24,000, $15,000, $13,000, $17,000, $32,000, NA, everyone is selling really well. and only for a word with 6,400 searches. You would expect sales like this with something with, you know, and that's the thing. If people come to me and they're like, I want to find actually, not to me, because I told them that's not the way to do it, but I see this all the time. Like, I want to sell a product that sells for $100,000, and they're looking at these crazy search volumes that are in the hundreds of thousands, like literally 100,000 searches a month. And yeah, like logically that makes sense, because it signals that there's a high demand, but high demand often means high competition. But look at this product. It has 6,400 searches, which is very, very small compared to what numbers you hear being thrown around in the community of like you need hundreds of thousands of search volume. But look at the revenue. Would you like to be this person, or in between this and be like, even say doing $11,000 a month? Yeah, why not, right? Or $15,000 a month, or $24,000 a month, $38,000 a month for something with a low search volume. And the thing I want to say is low search volume often converts to people buying it, because it's such a niche product. It's not like it's just like a toy or something that infinite people are searching and it's just unclear what kind of toy you want. People are specifically looking for this type of product, so that's great. And then a thing I want to point out as well is look at the price too. The price is high, so this is good for so many reasons. A high price basically gives you a lot of margin and room for mistake, room for reinvestment, room for experimentation. So granted, this is probably slightly more expensive to source and ship, but I can't imagine it being like crazy like expensive, right? I think this still has good margin. I haven't like analyzed it to the T. I haven't like I went out and sourced it. That would take me hours to put these together, but you get the general idea, right? For a quick glaze, and that's what I want you to get, to look at these, to be able to quickly glance at this and kind of know if this is something that's even worth taking to the next level or not. And right here, I'd be like, wow, you know what? That's pretty good. We're gonna talk about the good stuff first and then the bad stuff. So that's the good thing, right? Is think about it. If you're selling it for, I don't know, even $50 and it's $20 to source and ship, and another good thing is that the FBA fees, like some of them are a little high, but they're reasonable with the product, right? So you're still gonna be profitable. Like this one is the highest, I believe. It's like $20 about, but the person's selling it for $90. So I mean, you're still left with good margins. I think they're reasonable, and most of it is due to the 15% commission that Amazon takes for, or the referral fee as they call it, for you selling on their platform, and that's completely reasonable to me. So it's not that bad, right? And I can't imagine that shipping it is too crazy either from Amazon, because it is, it's foldable, right? So it's not like super huge where it would put you into like a crazy high, oversized, large inventory. But anyway, so that's a really good thing. So with this margin, you have room to reinvest into PPC, which is awesome because you can get more sales from that way. If you reinvest in PPC, you can reinvest into other products. You can reinvest to maybe even getting more inventory of this product. It can really help your cash flow when you have a higher price like this. So that's a great point. So if it's so great, so amazing, that everything I just said, then why are we not doing this product? What is the bad? Okay, let me tell you what the bad is. Actually, there is still something that's good about it. Let me scroll down. Let me go through this, and then we'll talk about what's bad. Okay, so we talked about the great revenue. We talked about the low FBA fee compared to the high price. This is what I want to talk about. Okay, I want to talk about the keyword aspect. And if we go right here, of course, I did this. I included a keyword picture so it's easy for you to analyze this. By the way, if you want another breakdown of a different product exactly like this, it's going to be linked down below. You just have to download it. So don't forget to get your it's going to be free. It's going to be a completely new product, and hopefully you can collect this and then go and look over it, and it will be very helpful. Download it down below. So look at these keywords, right? There's a lot of ways to kind of describe this product, and not all of them are just completely different. So that's kind of the thing with the main keyword. You obviously don't want to analyze the market for a completely different word, but in this case there are different words, and that's great because you can run PPC for them, you can optimize your listing, and you can collect those sales from different words. So it's amazing for PPC, especially given the low search volume, because as I mentioned earlier, having a low search volume gives you a huge advantage, especially when the revenue is that stable, because now you're able to you're not seen by that many people, which is fine, but all those nasty competitions don't like to get into these kind of lower markets, right? So this is amazing for PPC. You can call it this yoga strap, yoga trapeze, yoga swing. There's different words, and the search volumes are a little different, but they're still really high, and the sales are still kind of on the lower side, right? So that's amazing. So again, why are we not doing this product? A few things. Here we go. I broke it all down. Let's go up a little bit high. Okay. So the first thing I want to say is that there's too many variations, okay? And people still do this mistake. There's two mistakes from having too many variations. The one is that you literally order all of them in your product tanks, and now you have 20 variations of the same product. So think of it, if you're doing a variation in the same listing, it's essentially the financial cost of it is just having a different product. So it's almost like you're investing your money to do products, which increases your risk to 2, which is bad, right? And then the second mistake people do is they don't order the variations and they actually go into the market. Let's go up here. This person has 4 variations, okay? That's a lot. You have to order 4 and you don't even know which one's gonna sell. And the thing is, when a person is looking for this, they're not gonna, they're gonna trust the brand with more variations. That brand simply has more credibility and more options, so of course they're gonna order from that brand. So that's gonna leave you in the dust. That's why we don't go after it, okay? That's one reason. Another reason is, let's scroll down and see what my sheet says. Okay. High reviews, of course. Yeah, I mean, that's a given. That's not really something like groundbreaking or anything in this video. I just thought I'd include it because obviously the reviews are a little high. Let's scroll up here in the green. I usually advise people if there's a few people under 100, like in the double digits, then that's great and beneficial, but in this case there isn't, and everyone's kind of nearing the top, right? And then the third thing, why you shouldn't go into this is that it's a high liability product. I mean, just look at this. What if someone doesn't mount this correctly to their ceiling? God forbid they fall and crack something or break something. It's just not the type of responsibility that I want to take. I don't know if they're gonna try to sue or whatever. If you do any high liability products, make sure you have insurance. Not health insurance, but like actual Amazon insurance and all of that, and liability insurance, because if something does happen and it gets back to you, you just don't want to be in that position, right? So that's kind of that. Yeah. If you want, like I said, a analysis of a product similar to this, not similar to this as in like the same niche, but literally completely different product, so you can kind of glance over it and read it, then it's going to be linked down below. And don't forget to download it and hit the like button and subscribe if this was helpful, and I'll see you in my next video.